Well, hello. It's a pleasure to be with you for my next and this my broadcast today, which is my name is Stephen Tyrone Cuffis. This is my 368th live broadcast with you. This is Saturday for me, maybe could be Sunday for some, depending where you are located in the world. I'd like to say hello to all my people in the morning, afternoon, evening, and night for this live broadcast. First, I'd like to thank my my lovely wife, Merlene, for being here and watching me. I'd like to thank Kim and I'd like to say Kyra, Kayla, and Kaylin for always being there for me as well. I'd like to thank everyone that's currently in the chat room right now. Everywhere from people from Philippines, the Bangladesh community, even if you're coming in later from parts of Africa, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for being here for this next live broadcast. Okay, now, folks, let's put it this way. We have to join together and stay unified, right? Well, I'm going to talk to you about something about that and abundance in just a few moments, okay? So let's first go to our blog, okay, and quickly get through that. Okay, the first one here says, feed your mind to accept abundance. And I'll be talking some more about that today. Okay, that was my 367th, which was yesterday. That I thank admin for putting my live broadcast yesterday up here. Thank you so much, admin. Thank you so very much. And this is a poster from admin. Be careful of all TBC exchanges, okay? Let me see here. Somebody did a video on this. Let me see. Let me see if I can recognize. Wow, this was an hour. What's this? Okay, they did an hour-long broadcast in Bangladesh community. This is my brothers and sisters over in Bangladesh doing a fine broadcast on that subject. Okay, all right. Great broadcast talking about all TB exchanges because there are no TBC exchanges, folks. There simply isn't. And you won't see that. We're not a market-based coin. We're an abundance-based coin. Okay, let's go to view on recent blogs in Bangladesh. And this is also once again, this is also the Bangladesh community doing a fine broadcast as well. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much, Bangladesh community, for the wonderful broadcast all of you do. Okay. And the next one, it says, you have the power to change your destiny. And this was done by our leader of the Bangladesh community, Mr. What I see right here, I'm not sure if this was his live broadcast or not. I'm not sure who it was, but I know this much. It was the Bangladesh community. And Mr. Mizanor is who you see here is the host of the Bangladesh Sinbun meeting that's held on Mondays. And this is the one. You're going to see a lot of people from the Bangladesh community in this blog this time because several are being noticed and recognized by TBC administration. This was the 112th one live broadcast done by one of our brothers, okay? And in the Bangladesh community. Explaining that TBC is not an M&M, which is very true. Okay. All right, that's all for that right there. Now let me just talk with you just a little bit about what I want to talk to you about today, okay? All right. Okay, folks. Now, let's talk about this whole thing of mindset as compared to what type of mindset you should have to reach abundance. Okay? Because first, it has to come with this right here. What's in this? Your mind, your head. Because that controls all the rest of your body. Okay? But what goes through the ears also register with the brain. And what's been fed through your ears has been something that's called artificial, which is called scarcity. You see? The elite has created this artificial thing that's been feeding our ears, and creating this monster of scarcity in our brain. To the point where you do not go out and get the proper education needed to succeed in your life of abundance. So TBC admin so gracefully just built a great solution for now feeding the right thing through our ears to register in our brain the right thing to be thinking about regarding abundance. And what admin is feeding us through, and we are seeing on the blog, is the thing that's going to create the right structure in your brain and your body of abundance. You see, if you keep thinking this artificial thing called scarcity, that is all for me and not for them, then guess what? People will continue to stay in the poverty that they're in today. So it's going to take us as members to feed the right thing through our ears and see the right things we see. That's right in the blog, right before our eyes. And for us to hear the videos and see the videos that continuously give us all the education needed. Because see, folks, why in the world why in the world would 1% of the population owns the richest part of the world rather than the 99%? Why is there so much why is so much separation between the two? Why is it that happen? Because what has happened, essentially this has happened. We as people have allowed the elite to feed that artificial thing called scarcity through our ears to our brain. Essentially has brainwashed a lot of people. That's why people can't move. They can't move towards abundance. You see? You can't move towards abundance if you've been feeding the wrong thing through your ears since birth. And then you grow up thinking the same way. And then you wonder, why can't I move through a life of true abundance? Now, abundance doesn't mean just being a millionaire or a billionaire, folks. Abundance just don't mean just having wealth. Abundance also means building and building and building an infrastructure around all of us such that nothing can bring us down. You see? We gotta have better buildings. You know, here in the United States, we have a lot of nice buildings in different cities and counties. We have a lot of nice cars. But the powers that be here in the United States is such that they don't want to even accept the change of digital currency called cryptocurrency. But yet we have more, I'll put it this way, we have more Bitcoin ATMs than any other country in the world. Next country is Canada. So I was talking to a fellow today on messaging, and we were talking about Bitcoin and market-based coins, and he made something like, you know, why we should have would TBC ever have ATM? I said, absolutely not. We don't, folks. Admin is not interested in thinking about about TBC kicking out cash for. We're not gonna have ATMs. We're not an ATM, folks. We're not gonna be kicking out dollars fiat currency out of an ATM for TBC coin. Yes, I believe that our TBC coin will be used for goods and services, and they already started in some countries. And yes, I think over time, be mainstream. Let me ask you this. Did Bitcoin in 3 years, was they using it like they're using it now? Absolutely not, folks. Japan, South Korea, even in China now, have accepted Bitcoin and a few altcoins for their goods and services. Well, we haven't accepted that here in the United States like that. They not so long put a chip on a security chip on our debit cards and credit cards. That just came about. And I told businesses right here, 3-4 years ago that was going to happen. Now, a lot of financial institutions, banks, and credit unions, United States, on all their debit cards, there's a little chip instead of that. The script is still on the backside. But see, now the thieves and the hackers has figured out how to get your information off that script, so they made it more precise in a chip. And they haven't been able to crack that yet. But guess what, folks? That's why you have what you call it, on the market-based side, you have cryptocurrency software wallets on your computer, and then you got a thing called what is it called? You have things you can plug right in, hardware ones. Trezor, that's what it's called. Trezor is one of them. You can keep all your market-based coin on almost like a thumb drive almost. But see, we're not interested in all that right now. All you should be focused on is getting as much education as possible to grow our community to 1 billion members. So then we can move through great abundance, folks. Then we can start really helping the poor, those ones that's way deep down low in poverty. I have said many times, you don't have to wait until we get to 1 billion members to start right now. My loved one and I and our family, we just one family that's showing you that it can be done in some of the poorest areas of the Philippines. And y'all can do that right in the Bangladesh community. You can do it right in Europe. You can do it right in other Asian companies. You can do it all over Africa. You can do the same thing. Having stores like they're doing in Nigeria that's accepting TBC coin is wonderful. You're going through the right step. But don't forget about something, folks. You can have stores, but guess what? Is that helping the poor, folks? That's what I'm telling you. Is that really directly helping the poor? I think it's a great idea, but you got to go out there and feed these people that's hungry, that's thirsty for water. They need the bare necessities. You see? They need medicine. Do you know some of the kids in some of the areas of the Philippines hadn't never had shots growing up? Now their immune system is so low that they can catch any type of disease. So folks, what we got to do, we got to change this right here, our mind. Because we cannot go forward until we do this, change this first. There are thousands and hundreds of millions of people out there that needs the mind. And I'm not even talking about this, folks. Get this. I'm not even talking about the poor people here. Not just them. A lot of us. A lot of people that's living somewhat comfortably still need their minds changed. Because while a lot of you are struggling financially, because it's your mindset is the way it is. Y'all think everything startup online is a scam. They just want to call something a Ponzi scheme or a scam. And I personally know people that I've talked to over the phone. I've talked to men over the phone and have seen their bank accounts. Thousands of dollars they work in other online businesses. And it's no different here. My brother Randy Wilson has put a website that he don't even have to do live broadcast anymore on that website. He do his regular live broadcast. I'm talking about tbcred.com to show you how to cash flow. He told me, Steve, we no longer even have to do that anymore. I got over 100 videos that can show you exactly step by step how one should cash flow. Now, it's not free. You still got to pay $10 a week for 4 or 5 sessions, and that's very reasonable. It is no reason why here that anyone member in TBC cannot cash flow, folks. See, people want to talk about cash flow, but at the same time, you need to be working on building our community so we can stop this thing about when are we going to use our coin for this? When are we going to use our coin for that? Get the proper education and stop talking about what you need. Get the information you need to move forward in your life. Because I can tell you this brother and love of my life, we are moving towards abundance, folks, with or without you, because we want to help people out there that need the proper things to move forward in life. See, I'm one that has been studying online businesses and marketing for over 10 years. I've been involved in that. I got a lot of wealth of knowledge to help so many needy people to move towards that mindset of scarcity that I call artificial. Essentially, what you've been listening to is something that's not even something that should be accepted in our society. But the powers that be has been such that they have put all these artificial things through our ears to the point where we started believing that. Why is it so easy for a person to believe a mind of scarcity? Why? Why is that the case? Why is it that no one is fed the right information to talk about abundance and prosperity? Why is that? Because the elite does not want you to know it. That's why, folks. So you got to get off your high horse and seek prosperity and abundance. I'm going to say that again. You have to get off out of your comfort zone and seek prosperity and abundance. That's what you got to do, folks. It's not going to come automatic to you. You're not going to get fed these things. Now, there's some great philosophers, some great authors out there to read, philosophers. There's great people out there that can feed you the right information. A lot of us don't even go out there and seek that, folks. We'll rather ride down our streets in a car, listen to music, instead of listening to John Maxwell, a great person to listen to. Joe Osteen. I can name so many great people that I can listen to feed my mind the right way. It even talks about abundance in our Holy Bible. It doesn't talk a lot about scarcity. If they talk about scarcity, they're saying that's something that our awesome God does not believe we should be in our minds. That's man that's feeding the wealthy, the 1% that's feeding that artificial thing to keep us down, folks. Don't you see it? They're feeding the wrong education to us. Your schools and your colleges is teaching you how to get a job. It's not teaching you how to become wealthy, folks. And now some of these people are teaching the wrong things in schools. They need to upgrade their curriculum. See, unfortunately, some of us just got to go out and get it on our own. You got to have that will, that drive to go out and get the things that you need. It only can come that way, folks. You just have to get all the proper education needed to have a life of abundance and prosperity. It doesn't have to be hard either, folks. It doesn't have to be hard. You just got to have the will to seek it. Just like a lot of you in this broadcast right now that are great broadcasters. I'm talking to you too. You got to have the will to seek abundance and prosperity. It's not going to just come to you. Many of my friends going to see an incredible change that's going to happen to me personally, starting from the second half of this year on. Some things that I have put together. A few lifestyle changes. There's people here locally is going to tell, and some people abroad going to tell. Some things that me and some other mentors been working on for the past few months and the past couple of years. And my loved one knows all about it, and because she's a part of it. Because I want to make sure that we as two people are working together to help other people seek the same thing that we're working on, and that's for abundance and prosperity. Yes, we can do it here in the Billion Coin, but I do it. Yes, I spend a great deal in cryptocurrency here on the Billion Coin and on the market-based side. I just happen to have other things going on, other online businesses that's creating income. So you got to create multiple streams of income, but you got to get the education for that too. You got to get everything involves around the education to have that true abundance and prosperity, folks. I say again, I'm gonna say that everything starts from your mindset. It start with that mindset, having that correct mindset, and feeding the right mind, the right tools, the strategies, the things that will move you, prepare you forward. You got to have forward thinking. You see, forward thinking. You got to have that. It just won't happen. It's just not going to happen like fall out the sky or someone knocking your door. Oh, guess what? I got some love. I got some love, prosperity, and abundance for you. No, it's not going to happen that way, folks. You got to seek it to receive it. I'm going to say that again. You have to seek abundance and a prosperity to receive it. I'm going to say it one more time. You have to seek prosperity and abundance to receive it. If anyone here and it's not broadcast, let me know if you disagree with me. Because I'd like for you to come right on here and on back panel and discuss it with me. If you see it another way, let's hear your way. Let's tell me who taught you something different. If anyone here think I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm wrong, put it right here in the lab. I don't think we'll find anyone in here that will disagree with me here. Because this is what the Billion Coin is about. Educating us so we can educate others. It is nothing here in the Billion Coin that's all about us. It's all about the people out there that need us. The people who's in poverty, that's so downright poor. We have to feed our minds with so much the right things to create prosperity and abundance, so we can do the same thing for the people that's poor. You ought to see the expressions on these little kids and the grown-ups' faces when my family rode up there with all this food, this spread of long tables and clothes and shoes on their feet and backpacks for school and giving them little shots they need to be healthy. You ought to see it. My loved one, when has discussed this so much, you'll be surprised what the fact you know the most fulfilling thing, folks, to see people that's poor smiling and giving that appreciation the best way they know how. I'm telling you, folks, honestly, feed your mind with the right education to move you towards abundance and prosperity, folks. Stop listening to people that say a scam to every little thing that come out on the internet. Do your own homework on some of these programs if you're involved in other things other than Billion Coin. I'm not saying that Billion Coin is a wonderful thing, but there's so many great online businesses out here that kick out thousands and thousands of dollars. And you can make the same thing here in the Billion Coin if you want to. But it's going to take some work, folks, unfortunately. Hello, it's going to take some work. You can cash flow, you're just going to take some work. Because technically, I don't think you can cash flow on TBC now unless you also growing our community at the same time. Because it all starts out with what? The free gift, right? Before you even reach any cash flow on TBC, the first thing you got to do what? Is give the free gift of 25,000 cookies. And of course, y'all all know what cookies is. In our case, it's more like a point system, right? That kicks off the 23-step fast start system, doesn't it? With the last 23rd step, study the blog daily. Y'all think I just knew all this stuff just by? No, I study the blog. I'm a student of the blog. Everyone knows that around the world. Do I speak of a sense of confidence? Of course I do, because I know what I know. I don't speak of things I don't know. I speak based on things I do know. So, folks, I hope you got the gist of what I was saying. Seek out the right things. Listen to the right things. Read the right things in our blog. Hear what TBC admin is saying to all of us in a lot of videos and content. So you'll fully understand this whole movement, this concept of the Billion Coin, and do the right things. Get people involved, as many as you can. Let's be in a hurry, folks. So we can knock out this billion people quickly. So we can really move forward. Okay? Thank you all. Thank you all for being here and enjoying this live broadcast. Because yes, I'm very passionate about TBC, folks. No one out there could tell me that this is not a great thing to lift humanity. I take it very personally when people talk badly about the Billion Coin. I don't know what you all do, because I treat it like it's my baby. I treat it like I said before a long time ago. Would you let someone come in your house and infiltrate your house and hold you hostage in your own house? It is not happening with me. Don't let it happen to you with TBC. That's what I'm saying. TBC is our baby, our house, our private society. So let us keep it safe from all the people that want to talk about TB exchanges and all these scams and Ponzi schemes. All that stuff don't mean a thing in the world. All you need to be focusing on is being a very good distributor, a very good educator, a very good builder. Those are the things you got to be focused on, folks. Because when you focus on those, then we can reach that love, prosperity, and abundance that TBC so eloquently talk about in the blog. Folks, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. My loved one is always watching me, as well as Kayla and Caitlin, these little kids may not know what the hell of beans are what I'm talking about. They just love seeing me in action. But what you think with these little kids what's gonna happen as they get older when they start understanding? I got a feeling these little kids gonna be great TBCians, folks. Because kids may not understand everything, but they understand little things that draw them to a broadcast like me each and every day. These little kids love watching me. Listen, folks, I'm very passionate about this, about helping people. My loved one and I, we are like that. It's like we're one in that sense, for sure. Helping others. That's just a part of our being. So let's keep going. Let's keep moving forward. Let's feed our minds with the right education that you rightfully see right in our blog. Okay. Have a great day, folks. And y'all have a great day for whatever time period you're watching this. Thank you so much for being so to honor coming to showing your devotion to watching me every day. Thank you so much for my regular and most of everybody here are broadcasters, and so thank you so much. I'd like for y'all to make sure you like this video. If you feel like you should share it with someone, whatever. Just make sure that you like it. Make sure y'all like everybody's videos, folks. Give them that credit that they rightfully deserve. Okay? All right, folks. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow on my Sunday. I know that it's already Sunday for Mr. Darren Haywood because he's in New Zealand. They're ahead, most of everybody, excuse me, in the world. They're mainly, he's ahead in time. Okay? Y'all have a great day. Peace, everybody.